Rangers destroy Celtic, first Old Firm of the season. 3 points clear of them, 1 point off the big Embra clubs. Big Phil Mitchell Helander led the smackdown, so did Maldini Balogun. Didn't he, big man?
Balogun had Furuhashi in his back pockets all night long. Well, all half long. Even then, I mean, for a guy to play a position at right back and to have such a solid game, remarkable performance, in my opinion, man of the match. I think Big Angie got his tactics wrong. Should have played Furuhashi down the middle. Maybe thought, well, Furuhashi out left against the Balogun right back, might help him, might create more chances, but it wasn't to be.
Nope, it wasn't. And every time Furuhashi went forward, Balogun battered him. Apart from the one instance in the first half, I think Balogun was just forward.
First real chance of the match falls for Celtic. Pass is played in behind Helander for Furuhashi out in the left. Comes inside on the run. He spots Edouard making the run into the box, but Edouard's approaching the 6-yard box. Furuhashi slides it into him. Must be a goal. And Edouard completely mishits the ball. Hits off his heel.
Fucking
and goes out
atrocious.
for a goal kick. McCrory thought he was going to have to pull off a worldly save. Didn't even have to touch the ball. Quite embarrassing, actually, to be honest.
Yes, it was absolutely shocking from Edouard. Does this just prove that he can't be arsed? Who knows this prime Eddie Edouard, brother. Does he score this? I don't really know.
Fucking French Eddie, more like San Marino Eddie. He's pish. Time Celtic got rid of him.
Yep, Rangers though had a few chances. Morelos at the start of the game, a pretty decent half volley thing.
Ryan Kent was shite first half, but he hit the post.
Yep, well, I mean, I thought he was shite all game, to be honest. But
He was, but
I felt he gave away the ball far too often. He was going down for shit. I mean, he did win a few free kicks, some lenient and some other ones where he should have won free kicks. But Kevin Clancy didn't want a dish.
But then we get into the second half, and I thought Celtic were the better team first half. I thought they more than edged it, but I don't know what was said at half time, but Rangers came out much better. And I thought Rangers, pretty much until they scored, controlled the game in the second half. Celtic had very little in the first 25 minutes. Didn't have a sniff. It was Rangers, like I said, dominating, controlling the game. They weren't creating glorious chances or anything by those means, but they had the ball. They were in control. And then they scored with about 67 minutes gone. Helander, big header. Corner comes in, he heads it into the net. Starfelt was supposed to be marking him, or he was the closest man to him, and just let the big Swedish dude jump all over him and head it in the back of the net. Joe Hart got a hand to it, but again, may as well have fucking no hands because he couldn't keep it out. Got a hand to it, and the ball just got in the back of the net anyway. You've got to wonder, man, why have Celtic sold Craig Gordon when when I think it's laughable that you've got two shite goalkeepers in Bain and Barkas, and the person that you bring in is fucking Joe Hart, the guy that's been a meme for the past 7 years. We've got two shite goalkeepers. What we're going to do? We're going to bring in Joe Hart. It seems like banter. It really does seem like they're trying to just create banter here.
Yep, and we talked about in the preview that in the last couple of Old Firms, Rangers have dominated the midfield, and I feel like today their midfield was much better than Celtic's. I felt Turnbull was fucking shocking.
Yeah, Turnbull was terrible.
McGregor was just giving away constant, and Christie didn't do anything.
Turnbull's delivery. Well, I thought McGregor was the best at the free.
Yes.
There was times he'd pick up the ball and he'd make runs. And when he was charging at Rangers, he did look dangerous, to be fair to him. But
I can't.
Every time Turnbull got the ball,
I can't really recall many times the midfields of Celtic intercepted. I can recall numerous times where Rangers midfield intercepted the ball quite a few times, but and defensively, I think Celtic, especially with Starfelt, just didn't look that good.
Villarreal's first shot of the game, and it's a goal. For anyone cares, we update there for La Liga.
But Rangers saw this game out. Furuhashi when played through the middle.
I had £100 by the way in Celtic.
I thought you were going to say £100 in Atletico Madrid. I was going to go through you there.
Why?
Because it's fucking irrelevant, that's why.
Oh, fair enough. So it's relevant to me, it maybe not be relevant to any.
Your bank account never will be. Right, back to it. Furuhashi through the middle, created a few chances. McCrory with a couple of good saves, but nothing really ever that I ever thought was going to fucking, apart from the Edward chance, I never really thought anything Celtic did was in.
Well, I disagree. 3 times Furuhashi was through, and to me it looked like 3 times he should have scored, or Celtic should have scored. First time, not a lot he could do. He got the shot away.
No, I'm not being disrespectful.
McCrory had closed in the distance.
Every goal I've seen him score has been like a tap-in because his positioning, his pace. Apart from the chip against Jalapanek, I'll give him credit for that.
McCrory had closed him down, so by the time he got his shot away, there was the distance between goalie and fucking ball was like, 1 foot.
Brilliant for you, Robbie.
Yeah, it was good for you, Robbie McCrory. The second one, when he got through, probably should have slid it across to Christie, but everyone's saying if he slides it across, it's a goal. But that's what you'd have thought earlier when he slid it across to Edouard. That didn't happen. Christie was furious, but still, I thought Furuhashi, for that angle, I thought he forced a good save because that shot was on target, and Rob McCarry got down low, saved it. And then the third attempt, he was through, and he probably should have shot this time, but he tried to pick out a pass and ended up finding the Rangers man instead. So, poor there. But definitely Celtic looked a lot more threatening once Edouard went off. And I just overall though, I feel like Ange kind of got tactics wrong today, and whatever Gary McAllister said at half time, obviously he got it right because Rangers came out much better. They made the wee slight adjustments and they got the win. Fashion Sakala came on again, done absolutely hee-haw. If he is the replacement for Morelos, then I think Rangers are in trouble because this guy is no good. This guy's garbage. He's not good enough.
Aye, big Fashion Sakala, man. He was on the winning team. That's all that fucking matters today. There's not much else for us to say, guys. Check out the player ratings. They'll be out soon. Wee bit late today, but you know what? That's what happens when you sit through 5 hours of an F1 race that bored the tits clean off you. You get clinically depressed because it never even happened. But until then, Rangers on top, as they have been recently.
But they're not top of the league because they're pish.
Aye, it's just a matter of time. Matter of time.